Hey, welcome back to episode number 30 of the Ask Sri Vishwanath show. And it's a very pleasant morning. In today's episode, we will speak about procrastination. What Krishna thinks about procrastination.
You ask questions and I answer them. This is the Ask Sri Vishwanath show.
Alright, so today's question is from Jane. And, she asked that my problem is it's hard for me to start. It's hard for me to start anything, to move forward, to accomplish something. I think I'm afraid of failure and success. Yes, I'm also a huge procrastinator. It's a big problem. So, Jane, thanks for the question. And this is a very common thing. I think everyone procrastinates. I don't think there's anyone in the world who doesn't. Some just because they are so good in something that it's not seen. Whereas for more other people, they just sit like a stone. So, the first tip I have, which is a very practical tip and which based on my experiences. First is make it easy for you, Jane. Make it easy. For example, I've written 13 best-selling books, and every time I write, it's like a blank page. And there are people who pay $10,000 for someone to coach them how to complete the first chapter. And I'm not kidding. I've been asked to coach people in that regard because people think it's easy. It's hard to write the first page of a book. Forget first page, the first sentence. It is damn difficult. There are at least, if there are 1 million books every year written, I think, 10%, that is about 100,000 people, find it very difficult to write even the first page. Forget the first page, even the first sentence. And what I would do is, I would take, some quote of mine, and I would, paste it in that document, Word document, and just to fill it up, okay, so that it becomes easy, and then I would say, okay, take the pressure off and say, okay, I'm going to write only, one sentence or one paragraph. That way you take the pressure out of, saying I want to make a product, or I want to do this, or I want to do that, I want to do, so take the pressure off, make it very easy. Say, I just want to write one sentence or one paragraph. And that way, when you complete one page, you will easily do the second. Let's say in meditation, there are many people who say, I want to meditate, but they just keep reading meditation books but do nothing. And so what I, said to one of these guys was, I said, just get up and sit. Don't worry about, what to do in meditation, because just make it easy for you. Don't think about 10 things you got to do. Just keep it very simple and say, okay, all I'm going to do is to get up and sit. That's it. So, and then, the next steps can be thought of. So, make it easy for you. That's a very practical tip. Second tip, which is the transcendental tip, is Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, the earth, the air, the fire, the space, the water, the ego, the mind, the intellect, know that to be my lower nature. My higher nature, know it to be other than this, O Arjuna. I am the source of all beings. All things proceed from me. Know all beings to be born of this dual nature. You see, everyone has got a dual nature, Jane. You should know this. The nature of the Tama, which is the nature of saying, I'm procrastination. I'm not like what you said. There's, it's hard for me to start, to move forward. I think, all this failure and success, all that is your lower nature. Okay, and this is a fact. That lower nature is not real. And you also have the higher nature, which is your consciousness. And this is very, very important for you to know. You don't have to worry how you're going to accomplish it. You see, just do it bit by bit. First is make it easy. Second is know that you have a dual nature. Just keep it at the back of the mind. They have a dual nature. One nature is my lower nature of all thoughts, of all thinking, and the other is my consciousness, which is supreme, sublime, which is highly energetic, highly proactive. And I would like to, I'll just read out this verse from my special report, The Lens of Krishna. It's available for free download. And this is my best work of tea. But I just want you to pay attention to this particular paragraph which I wrote, that say to yourself, I'm convinced that the nature of my thoughts do not influence reality. Rather, the nature of my thoughts are borrowed from my level of awareness. You see, I am responsible for my level of awareness, not the nature of my thoughts. This is very important. You see, if you repeat this and you write this, that you are born of a dual nature, and the nature of your thoughts, all these things called, that you're a huge procrastinator, that you're afraid of failure and success, that it's difficult for me to start. All this is nature of your thoughts. The nature of your thoughts do not influence reality. Rather, the nature of your thoughts, they are borrowed from the level of awareness. So the level of awareness is the body, it's instinctive, with the mind, it's reasoning, and the consciousness is different. So the nature of your thoughts do not influence reality. Rather, the nature of your thoughts is borrowed from the level of your awareness. And say to yourself that I am responsible for my level of awareness, not the nature of your thought. Don't struggle with the nature of your thought. Struggle with the level of your awareness. You see, if you change it there, this will boom change. And so that's the tip I have for you. All right, Jane, I hope I answered your question. You keep asking questions and I keep answering them.